What is up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're counting down 6 nations that need to be in FIFA 19. Before we get into the video, remember to like, subscribe, check out my second channel, Rossi Plays. Let's get into the video. The first nation on this list is Nigeria, a team that 100% needs to be in FIFA 19. First of all, they have the sexiest kit in football. Second of all, they've qualified for 6 of the last 7 World Cups, so are definitely a top team. They've won 3 Africa Cup of Nations and have so many top players. John Obi Mikel, Victor Moses, Alex Iwobi. They've got quite a young team at the moment, lots of up-and-coming players. If you look at their potentials on FootWiz, you can see they've got lots of great players, but Nigeria definitely one. Africa in general needs a lot more teams, but Nigeria is definitely one of the first ones EA needs to get into the game. Second up, we have Japan, not quite as big as Nigeria, but definitely a side that needs to be in FIFA 19. They've qualified for all the World Cups since 1998, so again, a team that are quite new. Last 20 years they've really come up, but need to be in the game. Also, they've got a huge fan base anyway. Like, EA have China and India in the game that aren't even that big on football. Japan are a huge country who are quite big on football, especially in Asia, so they need to be in the game. Players like Kagawa, Honda, Inui, Yoshida, they need to have a national team in FIFA. For our third team, we are jumping into Europe with Ukraine. Although they haven't got the best competitive record, only qualifying for 2 Euros and 1 World Cup in 2006, they're often a team that will struggle to qualify because Europe is a very tough pot, especially like being 20-25 good European sides and only 13 qualifying spots. Ukraine are still a threat to be reckoned with, and they're probably better than the likes of, I don't know, China again, I'm bringing them up, Saudi Arabia, there's Scotland, Northern Ireland, those lot. They're better than them. They've got some good players. Yarmolenko's very good, Rakitsky, Marlos, Shakhtar Donetsk bring out lots of good Ukrainian players that I would love to see in the national team. It wouldn't even be that difficult because like 50% of the squad would come from Shakhtar, so it's not even that hard. For our fourth team, we are heading back to Asia for a country that should definitely be in FIFA 19. That is Korea Republic. Hyunmin Son alone deserves to have a national team regardless if the rest of his team is that good or not. They have qualified for every single World Cup since 1986, so it's not as if, and like Japan, they're a big country, they're reasonably into their football, more so than China and India, so I think it would even sell well for Korean people. Obviously the North, maybe not so much, but the South, definitely. I mean, they're a huge country with a great footballing history. EA, get them in the game. Country number 5 is quite a new country actually, and that is Bosnia and Herzegovina. Now, I can understand why EA have not put them in the game yet. They're not the biggest country, not the easiest one to sell to, and they haven't been around for very long, and they've only actually ever been to one international competition, the 2014 World Cup. They've come so close. They lost in the playoffs for the 2010, 2012 and 2016 World Cup and Euros playoffs, so have been unlucky not to qualify for many major competitions. And also they've got some great players, Edin Dzeko, Pjanic, Kolasinac, Begovic. They've got some good quality players they could easily make a squad around, so I think it's time they get put in the game as well. Okay, so for the final country on this list, we've got Algeria, probably the least likely ones to get put into the game, especially after they failed to qualify for the 2018 World Cup, but they are still a strong side. Slimani, Mahrez, all the players have gone out of my head, but they've got so many good players that they could put into that team as well. I know I've said that for every single one, but it's true, each of these 6 have so many reasons to be there, and Africa especially needs so many more countries. Tunisia, Morocco, Ghana, they could all be put into the game that aren't on this list. But if you guys have enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.